there's some action at Sena Bhavan. Let me go across to Sena Bhavan. That's Live View 3, where we have a presence. Let me cut across to Sena Bhavan. I think that's Aaditya Thackeray there. Let's cut across live to those pictures. Going straight to those pictures. Okay, that was Aaditya Thackeray earlier. Okay, so those were pictures of Aaditya Thackeray entering the Shiv Sena Bhavan. The Shiv Sena is in a huddle. The Shiv Sena's national executive meeting will begin or has begun now. It was scheduled for 1 o'clock. That's happening as we speak. And let me now go across to Alisha, my colleague, joining us live. Alisha, okay, Priyanka is live. Let me go across to Priyanka. Priyanka, there's some action there. Take us through what's happening there. Priyanka.
एजेंडा है कई ठहराव करने उनके आदेश के मुताबिक ये रूटीन है ये वो नहीं वो बात अलग है हाँ उसको मना किया उद्धव जी ने ऐसा नाम मत ले लो बोला है
You can see that a lot of leaders of the Shiv Sena going inside right now. All of them saying that there is, of course, going to be a lot of discussion when it comes to what will be the further course of action going forward, because we had been seeing how even in Guwahati there were more and more MLAs going, and we had seen even today so many meetings that are still going on. There's a lot of action. I'd like my VJ Neeraj to actually stay with the visuals as we talk about this development here at the Sena Bhavan. We just saw just a few minutes ago Aaditya Thackeray also going inside Niranjan along with several of the other leadership that has already gone in, and they were in fact waiting for him. Sanjay Raut had been present inside the Sena Bhavan. And now we had seen Aaditya Thackeray also going inside, and perhaps in just a few seconds from now is when the meeting will commence, and there will be discussion on how the political trajectory of Shiv Sena will be going forward, because we are seeing that the numbers not in favor of Uddhav Thackeray anymore, not in favor of Sanjay Raut, even when these kind of statements coming from both of them saying that we are still intact, that there is nothing wrong with the Shiv Sena. Yesterday as well and day before as well, we had seen emotional appeals that were made by Uddhav Thackeray. That had continued. And yesterday, in fact, right behind me is the Sena Bhavan, where the meeting had also taken place. Yesterday, where Aaditya Thackeray had addressed the leadership of the Shiv Sena and had stated that the MLAs that have gone to Guwahati are the ones that have betrayed Shiv Sena, are the ones that have betrayed Balasaheb Thackeray, are the ones that have betrayed Hindutva. Now, these are the statements that Aaditya Thackeray had made in front of the leadership in the meeting yesterday itself. And we had seen multiple developments as far as the Shiv Sena is concerned, and they had stated that their entire focus will be that of the BMC elections as well, and working for the people of Maharashtra. They are not very concerned about this, and they had also tried to put up a strong face. Sanjay Raut yesterday today also claiming that 21 of the MLAs are still in touch with them. But that being said, we still see that they are moving for 16 of the MLAs to be disqualified of the rebel camp. However, of course, the legalities of that is still to be determined, and whether or not they can actually do that. So that being said, we are seeing multiple developments with the Shiv Sena Bhavan. And the meeting, the very crucial meeting, in fact, that is now underway behind me, where Aaditya Thackeray, in fact, chairing that meeting as well. And of course, a lot of details as well that we will get of that meeting, because that is really going to be a deciding factor as to what Shiv Sena really wants to do going forward. Because now the BJP also in a huddle, the BJP meeting with the alliance parties as well, them claiming that Guwahati, the MLAs in Guwahati are not with the Shiv Sena anymore, and that there might be legal action that might also be taken as well. Now, these were the statements that had come to light since yesterday, day before yesterday as well, from the Shiv Sena leadership. And now we are seeing that this meeting going on, and as we were talking about the BJP at the Devendra Fadnavis residence at the Sagar Bungalow, where Shivangi is reporting from, we are also seeing a lot of action where all of the leadership going in and coming out and claiming that they do not have the majority anymore, that Uddhav Thackeray does not have the majority anymore, and that there cannot be any action that can be taken against the rebel MLAs as well. Now, we are seeing a lot of developments even outside of these meetings as well, because we had seen that just 2 days back that the NCP had also had a meeting, and just yesterday we saw Sharad Pawar also going to Matoshri, meeting with Uddhav Thackeray, suggesting that he may resign. So that might be one of the other possibilities as well that would be under the discussion. But even after that meeting, Niranjan, they had come out and started to try to get across the message that they're still standing strong. Niranjan.
Priyanka, be with me. Right now, the way the numbers are stacked up, and you heard what Thackeray said, I'd like to take that question to Alisha. Alisha, he said his party backs the Shinde camp. So I think it's just a matter of formality now before, the NDA. Of course, Thackeray is a part of the NDA. He's saying we back Shinde camp. And that's a very significant statement because he's more or less indicated now that they could simply join hands with the BJP. Now that's the indication. And if that happens, scenario one is very clear that Shinde camp as is with the 38th Sena MLA joins hands with the BJP and its allies. Now, scenario two, even if all the 16 are disqualified, they still have the numbers, Alisha. So I think it's just a formality now. Either way you look at it, yes, it will be a legal battle, but the numbers in either of the scenarios are still with Eknath Shinde's camp. Alisha.
Well, yes, Niranjan, but like talking about the disqualification of the 16 rebel MLAs, the petition that was given by Shiv Sena leaders. But let me tell you that even Ramdas Athawale has made it very clear. The petition that has been given by Shiv Sena is stating that they did not attend the meeting. The meeting that were asked to come by the Uddhav Thackeray, the Chief Minister, at his bungalow at 5 p.m. But the rebel MLAs, the 16 MLAs who did not respect to that ultimatum that has been given by Uddhav Thackeray.